My name is Elena Brooks, I'm 31 years old. And until that afternoon, I believed I understood my place in his life. Not the obvious things. Not the labels we casually used in front of others. The quiet things. Who he introduced me to first. Who he made space for without thinking. Who he chose without needing to say it out loud. Then he looked at me in the car. And asked me to sit at the friend's table. Not with him. Not with his family. Somewhere else. Like I didn't quite belong. And that was the moment everything became clear. I had been with Daniel for 4 years. 4 years of routines. Shared passwords. Inside jokes that didn't make sense to anyone else. We weren't loud. We weren't dramatic. We were stable. Or at least that's what I thought. The wedding wasn't ours. It was his cousin's. Big venue, white flowers everywhere. The kind of place where everything looks perfect and nothing feels questioned. Daniel had been excited all week. Talking about who would be there. Old friends. Family I hadn't met yet. People from before me. I didn't think much of it. Until we arrived. He adjusted his tie longer than usual. Checked his phone. Looked at me. Like he was deciding something. Then he said it. Can you sit at the friend's table instead of with me? I thought I misheard him. We've been together 4 years, I said. I know, he replied. It's just seating, don't make it a big deal. But it was a big deal. Because it wasn't about chairs. It was about where I existed in his world. And instead of arguing, I said okay. The ceremony was beautiful. Soft music. Perfect timing. Carefully controlled emotions. I watched it all from a distance. Not just physically. Emotionally. At the reception, I found my seat. Table 12. Friends. Strangers smiled politely. Small talk filled the space. How do you know Daniels? I'm with him, I said. Some nodded. Some looked confused. One person said, Oh, I didn't know he was seeing someone seriously. I smiled. Of course you didn't. Across the room, Daniel sat at the family table. Visible. Confident. Like someone who had already decided what belonged to him. And what didn't. That's when it clicked. Not emotionally. Logically. I don't act on feelings. I observe patterns. And suddenly, the pattern was obvious. The delayed introductions. The missing photos. The way he said I instead of we. This wasn't new. It was just the first time it was undeniable. I stayed through dinner. Through speeches. Through laughter about love and commitment. Then I stood up. Quietly. No announcement. No scene. I just left. Outside, the air felt different. Cleaner. Like I had stepped out of something I didn't belong in anymore. I sat in my car for a moment. Hands on the steering wheel. Same position. Different person. By the time Daniel texted me, Where did you go? I was already halfway home. The apartment looked the same. But it wasn't. I packed that night. Not emotionally. Strategically. Clothes, documents, laptop. Essentials. I wasn't leaving dramatically. I was extracting myself. Before I left, I wrote a note. You didn't know where to place me. So I placed myself somewhere else. Then I walked out. He called. Again. And again. And again. I didn't answer. Because we had already talked. Every time he didn't introduce me. Every time he made me smaller. Every time he chose himself over us. That was the conversation. 2 weeks later, I moved into my own place. Quiet. Simple. Mine. People asked what happened. I didn't explain. Because the people who saw it already knew. And the people who didn't weren't looking. I don't hate him. I don't regret the years. But I understand something now. Sometimes people don't leave you loudly. They just slowly stop choosing you. And one day, you finally notice. That day at the wedding, he asked me to sit somewhere I didn't belong. So I didn't argue. I just left. And I haven't looked back.